What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot Laddering. So I know it's the end of the week, and we've already played with all the Gen 6 stuff, but I've been working on Kyurem Black all week, and then last night, as I'm heading to bed, I see that James Beck posted this team on his YouTube channel. Make sure you go and check out James. He's a fantastic player. Cannot recommend his stuff enough. And I was struggling with what I wanted to do with Kyurem Black. Saw this and said, you know what? He knows what he's doing. I'm just going to play it. So, we have Life Orb Dragapult here, one of our multiple Dynamax targets here, alongside Kyurem Black, us holding that Assault Vest to just make it absurdly bulky. We also have Pheromosa for coaching for both of them to just make it where they can hit even harder. Notably, we don't have Speed Swap, which is kind of whatever. Like, Speed Swap Torkoal would be really insane, but I think it's fine. I think this set's just good as is. Lele here to prevent, like, fake-out shenanigans into Pheromosa, and more importantly, just to set terrain, just to stop all the priority moves, no Sucker Punch, no nothing like that coming out from Urshifu into Dragapult. Plus, Choice Specs means that this thing's going to hit absurdly hard. You notice we have 4 stab moves, all of which do very different things depending on what we need them to do. So excited to see how that works out in practice. And then running at the team, we have our slow mode of P2 and Torkoal. So interested to see how this works. Really excited to play with this team. I have played officially 0 games with this, so let's just jump in together and see how well this goes. So, as we get in here to game number 1, question comment of the day. What do you think of Kyurem Black? Oh, 10,000. Man, we're so low now. I was a big fan of what Kyurem White was doing. And I really want Kyurem Black to be good because, like, 170 base attack is absurd. My big concern, and something that I had a hard time working around in practice, was just the amount of Intimidate running around in the format currently. And the fact that since we're weak to Zacian, like, it makes it pretty hard to deal with there too, because it is more physically defensive than especially defensive, if I remember correctly. And unlike Kyurem White, we can't hit it super effectively. So there's a lot of things going against Kyurem Black compared to White, but I'm interested in seeing what we can do with it and actually see if it's decent. So, first game of the day, we have a slow mode on our opponent's side here with Dusclops and Cali Ice next to Torkoal, Rillaboom, Seismitoad, and Charizard. 2 mons I really did not expect to see here. I think our play is just Dragapult Pheromosa up front, and just fire off a big max move into whatever their Trick Room lead is. If we can pick up a KO on the Cali Ice, then I feel real good about our position. Rounding it out, I like Torkoal, and I think I just like P2. Like, honestly, Kyurem is really not doing anything here for us. I think I like P2 more than I like Lele. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see what happens. I think the way we win this game is to utilize our Dynamax to the fullest and try to just pick up as many KOs as possible with the Dragapult as fast as possible. So let's find out how well that actually works out in practice. So here on our opponent's side, I'm assuming that's Cali Dusclops. No, Cali Charizard. Interesting lead. I still think Cali is the bigger threat, but I also think they're going to Dynamax it. The question is, how do we beat that? Well, what if we just do this? What do we want Pheromosa to do? I guess we could Coaching. Give us that defense boost on the Dragapult. And then withdraw the Cali Ice. Bringing in Dusclops. Well, that's fine. They're going to find our Life Orb. They're going to find our Focus Sash. And they're immediately going to Dynamax Charizard. Well, that's really good for us because, well, that means there's not a Dynamax Cali Ice on the other side. Presumably, we're going to lose Pheromosa this turn. I'm assuming this is going to be Wildfire into Pheromosa to pick it up. We do get that Coaching off. And we connect the Willow onto the Dusclops. Not really what I wanted to connect it with, but yeah, that's fine. And we do see that Wildfire. Presumably, yep, into Pheromosa. Gonna put us down to Sash. Gonna go down to Wildfire damage here at end of turn. That's completely fine. I think we're in an okay position. They are Life Orb Zard. But we have a +1 Dragapult now. And we can bring in... We can bring in the P2 and go for an Eerie Impulse into the Charizard. And just really, really shut down the amount of damage that it's doing. And I think here... I think we want to go ahead and max Phantasm into the Dusclops. If they go for Ally Switch, we're in a really bad position. But, like, are we, though? Are we in a bad position? Like, what is Zard going to do here that actually threatens Dragapult? Of course, they have the Ally Switch. Why wouldn't they? But that's fine. This should take Zard out then. Not quite. Not quite, but they are going to lower the defense. We're going to see an Airstream and a Dragapult. Take that like a champ in all actuality. We should still be faster than Zard. I would hope. We don't quite go down to Wildfire Flames this next turn. Now, they had to have some type of respect here, right? They're not gonna... They want to do it to us twice. There's no way they go for it twice. They're going to bring out Torkoal. He's going to set up Sun. It's not great. And Charizard is faster. That's unfortunate. I wasn't sure. Oh. Oh. Well, P2 goes down, but I think that's fine because Zard goes down. And now we get an Airstream into... Torkoal do pretty decent damage there. If we can not go down to... Oh, we're going to go down because we have Life Orb. Okay, well, this is unfortunate because now it's Torkoal versus the world. Yeah, had we read the Ally Switch that turn, I think we win. But unfortunately, they had it, and as a result, I don't think we can claw our back way into this game. And they had to have exactly Ally Switch that turn, but it is what it is. They're gonna see our charcoal. We have earth power for the opposing Torkoal. I guess we're technically not out of it. Nightshade. Do we pick up the KO? We do. Okay. Okay. I don't hate this. We're not in a great position, but we're not in a terrible position. Well, like, I don't think we're winning this game, but we'll play it out to its conclusion. Why not? Heat Wave will do more after they get the Nightshade off. Yep, high horsepower should take us out. Nope, but the Nightshade will. GG's. GG, opponent. So how could we have played that differently? Like, obviously I talked about the ally switch at the time, but I also said that if they had it, we get blown out, and that's exactly what happened. So I think it literally just came down to that. I think had we not got, we could have won that game, but it's alright. We're doing alright. We haven't got to show off Kyurem yet, but, you know, we're also one game in, so this is going to be a Kyurem game. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I lied. Actually, it's not awful. Ho-Oh's actually a really big threat. I don't know how we beat a Ho-Oh. So, Ho-Oh, Amoonguss, Thundy, Lando, Lapras, and Urshifu. I think Dragonbolt's too frail to go up against a Ho-Oh. So maybe this is just like Kyurem Veramosa plus like Dragapult Lele. Man, we kind of don't have a good way of dealing with Lapras. Actually looking at this, I don't feel great about going against Lapras. Amoonguss Lapras has a lead. Okay. I don't think I want a Dynamax. Actually, we can go for Lightning into the Lapras and just go for the coaching. Because if Amoonguss goes for the Sleep Powder, I want to, or the Spore, obviously I don't want to get spored. We're naturally faster than Lapras, so we don't need to go fast. And this Fusion Bolt's gonna hurt. It's base 130. And like, even if they redirect it to Amoonguss, that's fine. Because that means that our next one that's going into Lapras is gonna do more. Plus, since we're going to +1, we're going to be able to break through their screen naturally. Like, it would just do whatever damage it would have normally done. We do see the Dynamax from the Lapras here. That's completely fine. They're going to set up screens. We don't really care. We're going to get another coaching off next turn. If they're smart, they would go for... I think the big brain play here is them just double into the Pheromosa this turn. But this is also fine. We get the coaching off. How much does this lightning do to the Amoonguss now? Honestly, more than I anticipated. So Hailstorm should take it out next turn. We're going to see the Resonance presumably into Pheromosa. Yep. Going to put it down to Sash, but now we get another coaching off. And then this turn we can... Do I need to go fast? I think I like going fast, but at the same time... We're going to be at +2. We're going to be at +2, and... even if it's... that's unfortunate. Whatever. So we've kind of both just kind of stalled out each other's Dynamaxes here. If we crit through the screen, we might be able to pick up the KO. Yeah, they are Koba. That was why I was considering Hailstorm. But if they don't target down the Pheromosa, then we get a third coaching off, which is just actually insane. Well, you know, sometimes your opponent just gives you everything you ask for. I'm ready for them to clear smog me somehow. So I'm going to be at +3 attack, +3 defense, +2 speed. With electric terrain up. Yeah, this is just gonna pretty cleanly. They could switch Amoonguss into Lando, but like then Lando's just gonna take a Airstream to the face. Yeah, goodbye, Amoonguss. It took us 3 turns to take an Amoonguss out. It took them 3 turns to take a Pheromosa out. So, you know, we're not doing awful. It's like now I can bring out Dragapult. To bait the ice move there. And they're gonna bring out Lando, but I actually don't know if I like bringing out Lando there. Like, I'm still faster. Honestly, I think I care more about the Lapras than I do the Landorus here. I think we can do this, and we go for a Willow into the Landorus. I was going to go for a Phantom Force this turn, but I think I would rather Willow and just completely shut down the amount of damage this Landorus is going to do. We get punished if this is... yeah, Ho-Oh coming in. That's really unfortunate, but that's fine. Like, we're still going to be at +1 after all is said and done. Sick. So we're at +1. We haven't revealed Rock Slide yet, so that's kind of great. Yeah, opponent concurs that this game is over. Late game Ho-Oh could have been a real big threat there. The problem is we're at +3 defense on the Kyurem, and that was honestly the big breaking point there. I think is just being able to get all those defense boosts on it and just really really punish them for bringing their physical attackers in the end game. So let's see. One more to end the day. We got Zamazenta Lapras. Lapdog of a different variety. Raichu, Lando, Ensign, and Rillaboom rounding it out. I don't know if I like Kyurem here. Kyurem actually doesn't really accomplish anything. I don't care for Pheromosa. Maybe? Like, they have 3 potential fake out users, but I can just go for Protect on turn 1. I also have Lele. Like, Lele just says, I don't care about anything you're doing. What if we do, like, Lele Dragapult up front? How does this beat? We could do Lele Porygon in the event that they bring out Lapras. We can go for an Eerie Impulse, which I actually think is really great. And then we have late game Dragapult plus. Do I like late game Kyurem here? It doesn't look great. It doesn't look awful. I think it's better than Pheromosa in the late game. So this game, I'm just going to try to preserve our Dynamax for as long as possible. And if they want to bring out Lapras here, then they're going to eat an Eerie Impulse, and I'm completely fine with that. Psychic Terrain's going to go up so they can't fake out us. Unless they... Okay, they don't lead Rillaboom, so that's good. This is going to be a bulky Lapras, I think. Like, after they get some... After they get some coachings off on it, but I'm just going to Eerie Impulse, and then it just doesn't matter. So unfortunately, Lele doesn't line up particularly well when they have a Zamazenta on the other side. So I think our play is just going to Actually, I think it's fine to just stay in. I'm going to Moonblast it. And I'm going to go for the Eerie Impulse into the Lapras. They are immediately going to Dynamax. No surprise here. No real surprise. Lapras is probably faster than P2, if I had to guess. I actually don't know if our P2 is min speed. I know there's been variants running around with like 12 speed EVs in. Yeah, we're going to see the Behemoth Bash, presumably into Lele. And this is going to hurt. Yep, clean one-hit KO. That's completely fine. That gives us a free switch into Kyurem here. Yeah, they're going to fire off a Resonance, but we don't really care. The problem is like, Zamazenta puts on a ton of pressure against, the Kyurem, and Lapras puts on a ton of pressure against Dragapult. So I actually think it's correct to bring out Dragapult here. And we can Phantom Force. Let's go for another Eerie Impulse into Lapras. I want to Phantom Force this turn so that, like, we potentially waste a turn of their Dynamax. Nope. Okay. They correctly identify that Porygon is the threat here. But we take that okay. Probably should have gone for a recover this turn. Oh, nice crit. Yep, correctly identifying that P2 is the threat. But P2, because it's so insanely bulky, going to be able to hold on for another turn. So now they have a -4 Lapras. I officially don't care about this Lapras. I don't want to switch into Kyurem. I'm going to go for a recover and hope for some reason that the Behemoth Bash doesn't do 20 damage. Or that somehow the Dragapult can one-shot this thing. Yeah, nowhere close. Seeing how they're at +1 behind screens. This is a really good lead from our opponent's end, to be 100% honest. It countered basically every out that I had here, I think. Yep, gonna Resonance into the Dragapult. Hopefully we take that. Yeah, we take that okay. So now we can bring out the Kyurem. And we can go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Zamazenta. And do I care about the Lapras? I think if we connect the burn, I don't care. I'm going to Airstream into the Zamazenta this turn because this is going to make it where we get to potentially... we should outspeed it next turn. I'm going to fire off that Intimidate. Unfortunately, we are Dynamaxing our Kyurem here, but it's still a base 170 attack, so like we're going to do pretty decent damage regardless. See, this is unfortunate now because now they can just switch back into Lapras next turn and then preserve their Incineroar to be able to intimidate us again. We do connect the Will-O-Wisp. That's really important there. So that's going to allow Kyurem to actually live a hit. So the question is, how much does this do now? Holy cow. Yep. I don't think we can win this game. Like, our damage output is just so minuscule compared to what they're doing. Yep. I'm going to call it there. And I think I want to get one more in today. I think I want to get one more in because we faced Zacian. No, we didn't face Zacian. We faced Lapras twice. I can't remember what we played first. We had the Ho-Oh team, we had the Zamazenta, and then we had, you know, that was like 30 minutes ago, and now I can't remember for the life of me what it was. I'm gonna blank until I go back and watch it. For the life of me, can't I remember what it was? But oh well. Let's see what we can do here. Zygarde. Okay. Well, Kyurem lines up really well against Zygarde. Dragapult lines up really well against Zygarde. I think this is a fair most at Dragapult with late game Kyurem. I don't think I want Torkoal. I would rather have Lele. Lele gets beat up by the Kartana though, which we don't have a good answer for. Like, this puts us really weak to Kartana. but it covers like everything else. So the question is, would I rather be weak to Kartana or Urshifu? I think the answer is Kartana. Because Urshifu can just crit through our coaching boosts. So depending on what they do here, we can go for coaching plus... Okay, they're just going to trigger policy. That's completely fine. They're going to trigger a policy, and then we're going to blow them up. Goodbye, Zygarde. The big brain play here is Max Guard plus Trick Room. And then do the stuff next turn. But if that's their play, I don't really have good counterplay. So I think our play is just as optimal as can be and just hope they don't have it. Which again is not great, but it's unfortunately the best I can do. But like, Comfey shouldn't have Trick Room on their team, I don't think. It's like, actually looking at their team, they don't really have a slow mode. Yeah, we do see the Dynamax from the Zygarde. Question is, what are they doing with it? Such a good looking shiny. I'm a huge fan of it. Okay, well there's no Max Guard. There was no Draining Kiss, so that probably means there's a Trick Room coming in all actuality. And that's really unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. Because now we triggered their policy. So we are probably dead. Yeah, there's a Trick Room coming. That's really unfortunate. The fact that they lived on basically nothing. Oh, that's really huge. That's really huge. And they do in fact have the Trick Room. Oh my gosh. Well, that's a way to punish us. That is a very big way to punish us. Because now they just get to Floral Healing. And I don't think there's a way for us to get back in this game. 158. Yeah, this is our play. But I don't think we live a +2 max Wormwind. I just don't think this is going to be possible. We're definitely gonna try, but I don't like our position, guys. Yep, there's the Floral Healing. There's the Max Wormwind. There's the dead Kyurem, and that's gonna be game. All right, cool. So what did we learn today? This has not felt great so far. This has not felt particularly great. And I'm not entirely sure if it's because of Kyurem. But, like, Kyurem also just hasn't felt good. Like, it just hasn't really accomplished anything that we want it to. Pheromosa's been very good. Pheromosa plus Dragapult's been pretty good in all actuality. And I think Pheromosa plus Kyurem is also very good. Like, that second game that we played where we got to do the thing next to Kyurem, it was insane. And our opponent concurred and just showcased that it really didn't matter what they were doing at that point. They could intimidate us all they want, but they weren't going to take us out anytime soon. So that's going to be it today, everyone. I am interested in getting in and playing some more games with this tomorrow. So make sure you stick around and do that as well. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live, which should be every day for the foreseeable future. And that is going to be it. Make sure you like, comment down below just what we thought about day one of Kyurem here. So you'll have a good one. Peace.